Hello, hello. Okay, well, halfway there. Not sure why the mouse is showing up, but Overwatch is not. Not sure what's going on here. Hold on, let me try and get in the game. Try the practice range. That is so weird. That is so weird. I'm in the practice range and nothing is showing up. So anyway, how you guys doing? We're going to be looking at the Trinity. This thing is very nice, but just trying to get the game to work. Not sure why it is acting so goofy. Hold on. All right, I think I've got it. Hey, okay. There we go. What? The format is all weird. Shoot. That was funny, but here we are. All right, so now we're all set. That is so weird. Let's be 100% sure audio's coming through. Let's be 100% sure audio's coming through. I think I'm good. All right. So we got the Trinity here. This thing's crazy. This thing is pretty wild. Let's be 100% sure audio's coming through. Carbon fiber chassis. All right. Adjustable sensor position. So we got the Trinity here. Does a lot. This thing's crazy. Real good stuff here. This thing is pretty wild. 100% sure audio's coming through. Carbon fiber chassis.
We will have peace at any cost.
We must all find a cause worth fighting for.
Hi. Greetings. Hello.
No.
Understood.
Let us proceed with haste.
Greetings. Hello.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commences. Capture objective A.
覚悟
Irritating.
Stay near my pylon.
An enemy comes.
Enemy here.
We got a pretty good team here.
Positioning healing pylon.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
Everything from them. Hostiles approach.
Ooh.
Stay near my pylon. Welcome out of there.
Payload mobilizing. I'm under attack.
So fast. Position.
Clever tactics. Finally. Put them in the ground.
Enemy here. Healing pylon deployed.
An enemy comes. Devour. Hostile in view. Now do you see your error?
Watch your back. Enemy slept. You're powered up. Get in there.
Victory is inevitable.
Into the iris.
Suffer as I have.
Face the sunrise.
Can't let a good nano go to waste.
See what I'm capable of. Hello.
I tire of these games.
Payload mobilizing.
They're coming. Let's go. Enemy over here. Positioning healing pylon.
Time for the reckoning!
Do something.
Is under my protection. Unacceptable. Dear fuck. We will shield you for now. I will speak to you in the language you understand.
Why has the payload stopped?
I am grateful. I put them in the ground. Hostile in view. Better. Thank you. Devour them.
أنا ما حدش يقدر عليا.
This ends now.
On fire. Put them in the ground.
Double.
Healing you.
You are safe with me. Your miscalculations will cost you everything. Take everything from them.
Taking care of you.
I devour. I will tear victory from you.
Into the iris.
Put them in the ground. Now do you see your error?
Time for the reckoning!
I need help.
Heroes
A
never
mild
die.
inconvenience.
Nodding
You
off.
are safe with. Put them in the ground. Your miscalculations will cost you everything. Devour them. An enemy comes. Hostile. Now do you see your error? Put them in the ground. I am on fire. You are safe with hostiles approach. Take everything from. I've got you in my sights.
Close your eyes.
My performance.
Nano boost administered.
Enemy seek.
Your miscalculations
Heroes never die.
into the iris. I will give you hostile in view.
I feel like I need to dive their back.
A better world is possible today.
Fully focused.
Someone call?
Fire in the hole.
Oh man.
Target. Taking damage.
Challenging. But anything worthwhile usually is.
Why has the payload stopped?
Now you are the endangered species.
All right. Overshot that a little bit.
60 seconds.
Further experimentation required. Hey!
We need to clear a path for the payload.
Damage output increased.
Into the iris.
Nano boost administered.
I've got you in my sights.
Warrigo Widow.
Heroes never die. Let's give them their medicine. Fire in the hole. Over here.
Meteor strike!
Overtime.
Some a little more aim intensive.
Someone needs to fill this saddle. Just watching your back.
No. Careful, we're outnumbered.
Not exactly what I expected. You had it coming. Much better.
For your
Someone
sake,
needs to fill
I
this
hope
saddle.
you're not questioning my abilities.
I'm in Ahlan?
Genial. Otro trabajo aburrido. That party was boring.
5, 4,
Right.
2, 1. Round 1.
Let's get some use with this mouse. Some proper aiming characters.
Let's give them their medicine.
Thanks, Doc.
Got something to kill here!
Oh,
The objective is
The enemies are taking the objective.
Death ain't on my doorstep yet.
Thank you. Purified. Dynamite.
огонь по готовности.
Heroes never die.
Bit early. Dust off the boots.
Zari's just kind of doing whatever she wants.
We're outnumbered. Stay sharp.
Team kill.
My ultimate is
Come in.
charging.
Where was I?
Another DPS would be nice.
There's one! Stop him!
My duty is being done.
Gotta go.
Helping you out.
Sorry, but you didn't make the cut.
Man, oh man.
Not exactly what I expected. Need a hand here. Fall back.
Affirmative.
I need a doctor.
Let's take him to the wasteland! Enemy here! Bob! Do something!
Taking damage.
Here it comes! Here and fight!
Not exactly. I need a medic. Much obliged. eye.
There we go.
Огонь по готовности.
Something to the kill here!
Gotta go.
Nano boost administered.
So yeah, this is Pwnage Trinity. Body's made out of carbon fiber. This is actually my first carbon fiber mouse.
They're on
It's
the
been a popular trend lately after the whole magnesium metal alloy mouse trend.
I never miss my mark.
Dang. High overall strength, low weight, similar to the whole magnesium alloy situation. This one, I gotta say, I kind of like in carbon fiber over magnesium. Magnesium tends to get kind of cold. I mean, kind of depends on where you live. If you live somewhere where it gets very, like it's normally pretty warm, probably doesn't make much of a difference. But where I live, it can get down sometimes into the 40s, 30s. So those magnesium mice can get pretty cold.
I've
And
passed through Junkertown
they warm
once or
up.
twice.
Like this is a Viper Mini. This is what Razor pawned off to all the people who wanted a wireless Viper Mini. But yeah, that sucker gets cold. It gets pretty cold when it is cold. Warms up pretty quick, so it's not like a huge deal, but one thing that just kind of feels nice about the carbon fiber, it's that same lightweight situation, but you don't have to wait for it to warm up. Similar to the Stormbreaker, this has a modifiable position for the sensor, which is an interesting concept. There are... Oh my gosh. Man, he's just completely charged.
Where was I?
But yeah, you can move it forward and backward. Modifiable. Really interesting idea. There are some actual proper studies on whether or not that makes a difference.
Every soldier needs a cause.
And it's by a few percentage points. It's not a huge difference, but it is a real difference.
You got a lot to learn. Need healing.
So it's nice to have that option, the modifiability of it.
I'm on fire. Feeling ground.
How's that bad? This is the Pwnage. Oh, what is it called? I think it's called Ultra Glide. Shoot, I'm blanking on what it's called. But this is really nice. This is my favorite glass pad out of all the glass pads that I've tried so far. It doesn't get as scratchy sounding. You will definitely feel if dust gets on it. Oh boy. Man, this Zarya is way too charged up. But it's a little bit smaller, gives me a little bit more desk room. I believe they make a couple different sizes of this pad. There's a larger one, and this is the smaller one. And I actually kind of prefer the smaller one. I like having a little bit more real estate on my desk to just do whatever. And this, oh. Compared to SkyPad, it is slower. Now, granted, it's still a glass pad, so it's very fast overall. But like the initial friction is very minimal, and the dynamic friction is just a touch higher than
Let the kitsune guide you.
you know what?
Got you in my sights.
There we go. Dynamic friction is a little bit higher on this pad compared to the SkyPad 2.0. SkyPad is much faster than this. Also, the rubber on the bottom is just the entire thing. So there's not like feet in the corners like on the SkyPad. So it does feel a little bit more stable. Like, this does not go anywhere. Alright. Sorry, it's gonna die, man.
That warms the bones. Keep a lookout.
Nice. But yeah, this is actually my favorite glass pad I've tried. I've tried the Serapad, the original Serapad, the Serapad Kin, which I was a pretty big fan of. It's a little bit slower, more controlled. SkyPad 2 and 3, I've tried those as well. And those are just a little bit too fast. In my opinion, the biggest benefit of glass pads is their consistency, in that they're not going to change over time. Like, the amount you'd have to use a glass pad like this for the surface to start changing, like, no one, you're not going to be gaming for that long, dude. You're not going to be using it so long that the glass is going to break down and the surface performance is going to change. And that the whole deal with aim is a lot of muscle memory. So if your mouse pad is changing over time, that muscle memory never gets settled in. So speed is very subjective, like how much you may or may not want. Some people like really fast pads, some people like really slow pads, but the benefit of these is really the consistency more than anything else. That is an interesting hero choice.
I'm here.
Who needs healing?
I'm on.
I need healing. I'll try to repay the favor.
What's up, Kodiak? Ah, jeez. How you guys doing?
I rubbed some dirt on it. Let's go.
Capture the point. Behind you.
Much better.
You never go wrong with some good memeing. She's gonna ult, I know it.
Pay attention or you'll thank you.
There we go.
My ultimate is charging. Hey there. Greetings. Indeed.
But yeah, this is my current favorite mouse pad. At least my current favorite glass pad.
sterben nicht.
I'm a man on a mission. Stay out of my way.
Oh. But yeah, this mouse Trinity. I've been waiting for something like this for a very long time. I don't know. I don't know if anybody who's been like with me since I started this channel. My very first review was on the Pwnage Symm 2, which is a Viper Mini clone. Oh boy.
Rains from above.
But yeah, I always liked the Viper Mini, and Razer just refuses to make a proper wireless Viper Mini. But yeah, Pwnage was the only ones for a very long time to kind of fill that need. There we go. And now the Trinity is really just a I say just. It's a Viper Mini wireless, but carbon fiber. Whoa, hello. Nice. Dude, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I will say, like, I'm a bigger fan of Razer than I am of Logitech. Logitech made the G Pro, and I feel like they kind of been cruising ever since then. This guy's totally gonna ult. He doesn't need a moron. But I'm gonna be in the right place at the right time.
Got you in my sights.
Ah, well. Razer's been making, for the most part, in my opinion, pretty decent decisions. The Viper V3 Pro, very nice. The Death Adder V3 Hyperspeed is fantastic. I mean, I've got one, and it has not been on off of my desk since I got it. This thing's fantastic. But yeah, they've been making some good stuff. Just it's weird. It seems like all their stuff around the Viper Mini and the Viper Mini shape have been like really stupid decisions. The Cobra release, like, I would have loved that mouse, and it's not even really the weight, but the rubber side grips just are objectively bad. Like, it's not even a subjective. It's objectively building in for your mouse to go bad faster. But yeah. So that was kind of a bummer. And then they make the Viper Mini Signature Edition, which is just the most heinous cash grab that's happened that I've seen Razer ever do. And that's not to say I don't like Razer. Like, they make a lot of really solid stuff. But it's just like the way they handled the Viper Mini and the Cobra was just like, felt pretty scummy. Pretty scummy. But like the Death Adder, the V3, the changes that they made to the shape were fantastic. Much more ergonomic. Not in terms of it being a right-handed mouse, but ergonomic in terms of how the wrist is supposed to bend. The increased angle is healthier for your wrist, objectively speaking. The Hyperspeed has a new coating on it, which is fan-flippantastic. They need to put this on everything. But yeah, so they've been doing some good stuff. Logitech, I feel like they made the G Pro and then they remade the same G Pro slightly better. I haven't tried the Dex. It seems like some people really like the shape. It just seems like it's a very large mouse. I don't know if it's going to appeal to a very wide number of people.
The eye will not fail. The hand will not flinch.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, Final Mouse. I'll be honest, I wasn't like a I've gotten ultralight, and I was not super impressed, but they definitely pushed the limits in terms of, oh boy, like making mice lightweight. So definitely pretty cool on their end. Oh boy. Oh shoot. Oh yeah, I'm dead. I'm not dead. I ended up selling the, I forget which one I got. But yeah, I got one of their mice, and I sold it pretty quickly. it just didn't really appeal to me. Didn't feel super good in hand. I actually prefer a little bit more weight. Like, going super lightweight is nice in that you don't have to worry about the momentum, like you're overcoming a certain physical limitation, but it does just feel more solid to have like a little bit heavier mouse. Yeah, I mean, like all the clones, I mean, they ended up working out pretty good, man. For the most part, a lot of them were pretty solid quality. Oop.
Anyone in?
Yeah, 35 grams. This is 37 grams, if I remember correctly. I haven't put it on my scale to officially check if that's an accurate claim. But yeah, it's insanely light. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Oh shoot. Okay, that was a good. That was clever. That was really clever. But yeah, going light and then going back to a heavy mouse feels pretty awful.
Let the kitsune guide you. Looking satellite vectors.
Go get other point, other point.
Thank you. Totally blanked.
There's one.
Get in.
Understood. Objective captured.
My ultimate is ready.
Advance to objective
I will boost you. Get to the next point. Enemy turret.
Hold on just a moment.
Fire at will.
Group up, Banda.
Nano boost administered.
Excavation initiation.
Go it in.
I am unbreakable. Go in here. Objective mine. The battle
Ready to throw in the towel?
أنا ما حدش.
enemy turret ahead.
Oh boy.
Ever do it. Anyone want to join?
I got you.
Advance to objective.
Arigato. Hey, next point. EMP charge. Got it. My ultimate is almost
Enemy
ready.
spotted.
Keep an eye out.
Understood.
There's one.
Objective mine. Stop. Here. Get them on the objective. Come here. I can heal you. Let me balance you out.
Yeah, I've tried fingertip gripping before. Wasn't really my style. I like kind of more of a claw grip. So XM2, I really like that shape. Oh boy.
Let the kitsune guide you.
And the Viper mini shape is pretty flexible shape. You can fingertip with that. Claw grip it. And then that's why I'm so happy about this thing coming out. It's pretty fun shape. I feel like a lot of people can use it. It's not too big, not too small. Lightweight. Carbon fiber is a fun material. Oof.
Match.
Enemy turret here.
Hey there.
Yeah, and that was my issue with fingertip. I just felt like it was too floaty.
I got my ult, guys. Come here.
Spotted an enemy.
Go.
Oof. Yeah, that HTX, looks pretty interesting. I don't know if it doesn't appeal to me a whole lot, but compared to a lot of the other fingertip mice, that one looks a little bit more promising to me, at least.
What the fuck was that?
Match point.
Take the objective.
Let's fall back, y'all.
Fall back to the point.
I'll be taking the objective. There's smoke, there's fire.
Excuse me.
I need help here.
Let the kitsune guide you.
Enemy turret here. Taking the objective. Round up.
もう大丈夫。
Nano boost EMP activated.
Enemy spotted.
There we go.
Victory.
Good game, y'all. Good call outs, Anna.
Play of the game.
Hold it together. Hold it together. Das Universum singt für mich!
Yeah, I mean, I'm just a fan of the PCB coding. Oh, I haven't looked too much into the G-Wolves mice. Are you talking about like a protective coating on the PCB itself? Or like a coating on the mouse for like grip? Gotcha. Well, I mean, unless you're drinking a bunch of Mountain Dew while you're gaming, I mean, I don't think it's a huge deal. But I feel like a lot of these people, a lot of the companies that are doing mouse with holes in them are putting coating on them. So I feel like that should be kind of a standard thing. A little bit of a bummer that they're not doing that if that's the case. Dustin. Oh. If dust alone and just humidity... Ooh, sorry. Man, if that's an issue for the mouse, like that kind of keeps it from being used by anybody who lives in a remotely humid area. And dust just exists anyway. So that's problematic. Why would they not do that? Bizarre. Yeah, I forgot how much I love this shape, though.
Hello. My ultimate is charging.
Keep it up, y'all. Yeah, Prophet, that's that's really what it comes down to, doesn't it? I feel like something like a waterproof coating cannot be like that big a savings increase, though. Whoa, that was a crazy combo.
I still have some fight.
My ultimate is charging.
Don't let them push any further.
Enemy spotted.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Just disappointing.
Don't let them push the barricade. Heroes never die. Excavation initiation! Destroy them, Bob! Helden sterben nicht.
وريهم قوتك.
Hello.
We must take back the robot. We must stop the enemy. No. I'm here. Keep Echo here. They have superior numbers.
Justice reigns from above. All systems on optimal level.
Soldier 76 reporting to duty.
Engaging enemy combatant. Hello.
Enemy in sight. I'll keep you up.
Enemy.
Come get me.
أنا ما حدش يقدر علي.
Behind you. Everyone, heal up.
Understood. Gaining altitude. Duplicating
I'm
record.
walking the bones. There is no need to stop me. I'm on fire.
Functions at peak power.
Shield activated. Enemy has the robot. Initiate search and rescue.
Enemy in sight.
Ultimate is charging up.
Taking care of you.
My ultimate is charged.
Come on, robot. Guys,
وريهم قوتك.
pause the Crusaders. I'm here. Keep fighting.
Heroes never die.
I appreciate it.
There we go.
Eyes on the target. Tango down. Don't fret. I see you.
Fertilizer activated.
Still waiting on EMP.
Ooh. Yeah, but overall build on this mouse is, considering the weight, pretty darn impressive. No flexing on the body anywhere. On the bottom plate, there is a lot of flex, but it doesn't matter on the bottom. Some people like to do a lot of squeezing on their mice, and I just don't understand that. Don't make a whole lot of sense. Unless you grip your mouse like a barbarian, like, there's really no reason to even check.
Don't let them push it any further.
We're outnumbered. Be careful.
Can you feel the heat?
No te molestes.
Yeah, but this is the bottom plate. If they're, like, if you're holding your mouse like this and you're death gripping, like, I'm sorry, just, you need to get a controller. But, yeah, with your typical grip, how you normally, like a regular person, grip a mouse, yeah, no flex anywhere on the back shell, mouse 1, mouse 2, sides here, nothing. But on the bottom plate, there's definitely some flex. I just can't imagine there being a situation where that would even happen.
Engage this enemy.
The robot is ours!
Engage without.
Fall back.
Thank you. Just excavation initiation. Thank you for the assistance. Enemy in sight.
We live in different times, man. But part of that is why I actually like a little bit more of a meaty mouse. Like 50 to 60 grams, I feel like you can make a very sturdy mouse, and at that weight, unless you've got like little baby forearms and wrists, it shouldn't. No one's gonna have trouble with 50 or 60 grams.
And progress. Coming at you.
On the move. Targeting hostile.
The Grand Finale. Protect the robot at all costs. No one can hide from my sight.
But yeah, for 37 gram mouse, this is plenty sturdy enough. I don't think anyone's gonna have a problem with this.
Play of the game.
I think I will do one more round, and then I'll do a I'll just kind of get to a proper review of the mouse. But yeah, it's pretty. It's a good looking mouse. This is the this is one of the limited edition colorways. They've got a couple. This is the Sakura Samurai. I don't know. It doesn't really look Sakura to me. But the colorways are very cool. It's very subtle, which I like a lot. I feel like a lot of the colorways that come out for some mice are just like way too flashy. This is subtle, but very pretty. This is nice. I like it. Pwnage did a good job with this thing.
Stay close. I can't hear you if you stray.
In the box, Marvel Rivals. It's like fun. It's not as polished as Overwatch, at least not yet. It's got potential. Once it gets a little bit more developed, I feel like it's going to be a lot more fun. But also I don't know. I'm not a fan of third person. I like first person more. But definitely fun. I really enjoy playing Venom. Venom and Thor are a lot of fun. I might do a round or two. Why not? In the box, I don't know if it's any different with this colorway since it's technically a limited edition, but comes with some grip tape, extra skates, the regular like circle like dots, as well as like the regular, like the actual shaped skates. Darn. Grip tape, custom cut grip tape for the mouse 1, mouse 2 on the sides, as well as some of those more versatile, like general use grip tape shapes, like little hexagons and circles and squares. And of course the dongle, which actually also looks pretty dang cool. Oh. Dang, man. No, you can choose different skates for it, but the ones that it comes with default are just the regular PTFE.
I continue on this path.
Heroes never die.
But I'm really not a fan of glass skates, so I just got the PTFE.
An enemy appears. Actuating the barrier.
Well,
Caution.
Nano boost administered.
yeah, I'll grab the box in a second. In between Marvel Rivals and this, I'll grab it and kind of show you what's in there.
Join me. Thank you.
What was that? What's with that delayed input? What?
The payload progresses. I am healed.
Hello.
I'm on fire.
Every soldier needs a cause.
Oh, the XM2W 4K came with the one of those clamshell carrying cases as well. Really impressive. Good quality too.
Meteor strike.
This just comes in a nice box. No no carrying case or anything like that, but I don't think it's really. It's nice to have, but not necessary.
We need to move that payload.
What is that syzygy?
Heroes never die.
That's better. Got eyes on an enemy. They can't get that
Come over here,
It's
Flo.
not going to deliver itself. Move it!
Nano boost administered.
The nebula is mine!
Helden sterben nicht.
Heat check. Affirmative.
Meteor strike.
Not forgetting a payload, are we?
They'll regret that.
Helping you out.
The payload advances. Khador!
Over there.
Charging. Biotic healing ready for use.
Thanks.
Thanks. Heads up.
Shields under fire. Looking better already.
Enemy in sight.
I'm on fire. You make an excellent colleague.
Eyes on a target.
I've got you in my sights.
I am unbreakable.
I've been doing this for years. Who the hell is he?
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
There we go.
I greet thee.
Oh yeah.
Hey, appreciate it.
Time for a graffiti flux.
Good kitty.
Stay frosty.
Shields buckling.
The barrier
I never had this shit that I like.
barrier is splintering. Barrier is hit. Barrier unsuccessful. What is that syzygy?
Nano boost administered.
Tango spotted.
Maybe you should just stay out of my way. Ugh.
Got eyes on an enemy.
Who's on fire? I am.
Unbreakable. Targeting hostile.
Meteor strike.
Careful, there's more of them than us. Tango spotted.
Poof.
Payload advances. Khador!
Hey,
Cannot withstand much more.
I rubbed some dirt on it. Let's go. We need to move that payload.
Barrier initialized. The barrier has fallen.
thank you.
Barrier is near. Almost.
My ultimate is ready. Let's go. I've got you in my sights.
What is that syzygy?
Fire in the hole! Helden sterben nicht.
Come get healed.
Meteor strike. Ready for a knockout?
Oof.
I stand with you.
If I'm still
30
standing,
seconds
I'm
remaining.
still fighting.
Time's almost up. We need to work together. Rally to
Got
me!
eyes on an enemy.
Nanoboost administered.
Come take your enemy's coming.
10 seconds.
Bite the bullet.
Check it.
Fire in the hole!
Defeat. Team kill.
All right. Let's get Marvel going. And let me grab that box. Where is it? All right. So, yeah, let's get a better angle here. All right. So since we're going into this proper, here it is. This is very pretty. I really like this mouse. Cut that out. There we go. So when you get it, comes in this box. You'll get it with a the dongle here. It's also pretty cool. It's got a little bit of a purplish tinge to it. It's kind of hard to see, but in person, it's got a really slick look. Looks cool. And the mouse itself on the bottom, your pretty typical skates here. Now the sensor, there is a little screwdriver that comes with this guy. Comes with the cable. Pretty sturdy. Nothing fancy, but you're using a wireless anyway, so who cares? The grip tape, it comes with these types of grip tapes, the little pre-cut generic use guys, as well as the pre-cut ones specifically for mouse 1, mouse 2, and the sides there. If you get the one that doesn't have holes on the side, in my opinion, I don't think it's really all that necessary to have grip tape. But if you like something a little bit more grippy, or your super sweaty hands or palms, that might be useful for you. Also comes with extra skates. Comes with these pre-cut skates specifically for the Trinity, and they're pretty generous. They've got like a lot of dot skates, PTFE dot skates. These are your fairly generic PTFE Nothing to write home about. They're not like Jades or anything like that, but they're not bad either. Very smooth. I have no real complaints about these skates. If you're like very finicky about skates, then you may want to swap these skates out. But I don't know. For me, I don't think it's like a huge deal. I'm perfectly happy with these skates. Then a little manual, not really all that necessary. It's pretty straightforward. And then the actual little screwdriver here. This is like a glasses screwdriver. What they'd use for, like if you're somebody that wears glasses. This is what type of screwdriver that they'd give you with it. This lets you adjust the sensor position and just make sure that you get the right one. Not the flathead. You get the Phillips. There it is. So, make sure I get the angle right so you can see. The sensor on the bottom there can go up and down. So these two screws on the side loosen them up slightly. And then it moves up and down. So that's in the forward position. And then back position. Something like this will take a lot of experimentation to see what feels right for you. For the majority of people, having it in the middle of the sensor will be your best bet. Now, from the study that I read, I think Pwnage actually, when they first started making mice with adjustable sensor positions, they had they referenced a clinical, not a clinical study, but an academic study on accuracy in terms of sensor position on a mouse. And there is a difference between having it in a position that works for you versus one that doesn't work for you. The most common position that most people performed the best with was in the middle. A smaller amount of people had a preference more forward or more backward. The big takeaway is having it in what is really a ideal position for you results in a fairly small incremental improvement in accuracy, but having it in the wrong position, a position that doesn't work for you, is pretty detrimental. It goes from being neutral to actually having a very significant impact. So it's less so about having it in a position that will suddenly just make you an aim prodigy, rather than keeping it from a negative position that reduces your aim. So yeah, it's a very cool feature. I am just used to having it in the middle, so I'm going to leave it right in the middle. But if you're someone who's really min-maxing, that is something that has been literally proven in studies that sensor position does in fact like straight up affect how well you can aim and where your like skill ceiling is. That sensor position can affect that, specifically if it's not directly in the middle. For most people, leaving it directly in the middle, totally fine. But having it forward, like the Razer Orochi was one mouse that came with a forward position sensor, and that can be problematic if you don't do well with the forward position sensor. Another one that I can remember, not a lot of people used it, but the SteelSeries Aerox 3 had a rear positioned sensor, and same idea. Like if you don't enjoy a rear position sensor, that mouse would have been objectively bad for you to use. So most mice, if they're not made like this where you can modify the sensor position, companies really need to just leave it right in the middle as much as they can anyway. But having this option is very cool. And if you're someone who's really into like aim trainers and you're trying to like min-max everything possible, having this feature honestly is like a objective way that's been like literally studied to make a difference in how well you can aim. So it's pretty cool. The box here is nice. Nothing to complain about. No carrying case or anything like that, but who cares? They're nice to have, but they don't really make a difference. You get a neato little sticker, so I mean that's there. But otherwise, this is a real good mouse. I love the shape. I love the Viper Mini when it initially came out. I love that Viper Mini when it came out, but yeah, the Symm 2 was, for the longest time, the only decent option for a Viper Mini clone. And eventually more came out. Deluxe made their version, their take on a clone of the Viper Mini shape. But this feels like a real proper follow-up to the Viper Mini in a weird way. And I really should be saying the Symm 2. So if you're someone who wants a really lightweight mouse, small, if you haven't tried carbon fiber yet, this is a great mouse to try out. Build quality is excellent. The only issue is just on the bottom here. I'll see if I can demonstrate it, but like just the tiniest bit of pressure and it folds in. So really, like, the number of situations where that's going to be an issue for you are very small, because pincer grip, this is not pincer grip, okay? Pincer, so, like, for most people, I can't imagine the bottom plate having flex on it being a big issue, but it is something to consider if that type of, like, shell quality is something that you care about. Just realize that the bottom plate does flex if you apply direct pressure. If you're just using it like you're supposed to use a mouse, you're not going to have any issues. The sidewalls have zero flex. The rear of the shell has zero flex. I can't find any flex anywhere on this thing other than that bottom plate. So yeah, very well built. Otherwise, and 37 grams. In fact, let me grab my scale. We can double check and see if that's an accurate claim from Pwnage real quick here. All right. Let's see if I can get the angle right here. There we go. So with the default skates, we're looking at 41. Yeah, so definitely heavier. Compared to the Viper Mini Signature Edition. Let's see what we got here. 49. So it is indeed lighter than this thing. So if you're somebody who's like really chasing those low weights, it's even better than the where'd you focus in? There we go. It's even better than the actual Viper Mini from Razer. But don't buy that. Do not buy this. This is obsolete now. This is infinitely better and infinitely cheaper. And it's still a bummer that they made this thing. So disappointing. But yeah, dude. This is feeling great. There's a couple shapes that I always come back to over time. Specifically the XM2, the XM1 shape from Endgame Gear. Every time I pick that thing back up, it just reminds me how fantastic that stinking mouse is, that shape. And the Viper Mini shape, the Symm 2 shape, the Trinity CF shape. The Endgame Gear, the XM2 shape, is a little bit less of a safe shape because it's so specific to claw grip. I feel like some people may pick up the XM1 shape and not really enjoy how it feels. Whereas with this guy, this is a much safer shape. I feel like a majority of people will be able to use this thing. But yeah. Oh, sorry, dude. I haven't been in the chat. I've been looking at the camera here. Oh, yeah. Newfie. They have not sent me anything. I might. I'm like backed up on keyboards that I gotta review, man. Like I've got a few things that I still need to do. I've got the Wu-Ting right now. It's a little hard. I'll just yank it out. But I've been running the Wu-Ting. I mean, hard to beat. They're kind of they started the whole Hall effect thing, but yeah, I've got it with a, I believe it's like the Light 60 case. It's aluminum. It's got this interesting kind of holes here. So really cool design. It sounds a lot better than a fully encased aluminum case, in my opinion. I had it in, it looked, I think it was from KBD Fans. I had it in an aluminum case from them, and it just sounded really awful, very pingy. But this has a lot less ping. It's a lot more pleasant. I really like the way it sounds in this case. I've got an Acco Hall Effect keyboard as well as a what was that other keyboard? From Varmillo, Victory, I think it was Victory 67. And that thing is an extremely unique keyboard that I still need to do a review on. I feel like that one's going to be pretty polarizing because the overall design of it is very weird. But that one's coming out as well. I'm backed up on a lot of reviews I still got to do. But they're on their way. I'm going to be doing a lot of catching up soon. Get all that stuff out. But yeah, overall, like just my initial impressions, love this thing. This is fantastic. Lightweight, good build. Coding is honestly nothing to write home about, but it's not bad either. Like some mice just feel awful. This feels totally fine. Nothing fancy, like not as good as the coding on the Death Adder, the V3, the hyperspeed one, and definitely not like the endgame gear coding either, but totally serviceable. Like it's not something that I would say is terrible and they need to change it or whatever. It's fine. Nothing too crazy. Clicks are something interesting. They're opticals from Omron, and they've got an interesting feel to them. It's very unusual. If you've used a Sora V2, they've also got the Omron opticals, and they've got almost like a springy feel to them. And the clicks are very quiet. They feel like quiet as well as soft. And they are really nice, actually. Like, I actually really enjoy these clicks. Not quite as much as the KLGX switches in Game Gear's current, like the XM2W 4K, as well as the OP1, this one, OP1W 4K. I don't like it as much as these. These are lighter. They are a lot louder, and they just feel a little bit more tactile, whereas this does feel kind of soft. Now, there's not a whole lot of pre-travel. Usually when you hear someone saying that the clicks feel soft, it's because there's a lot of like bounce, like a pre-travel and post-travel. This feels like bouncy and springy and soft, but there isn't like a whole lot of pre and post travel, just a bit. It's more about the way the tactility is. Like the force curve is different than most mice. But it's nice. I actually like it. I don't have any problems with it at all. Yeah, it's cool that they finally got Hall effect is becoming more mainstream now. A lot of companies are doing it now, and I am glad to see that. Acco, Wu-Ting, of course, all these other companies. It's good to see. It's good that there's a bunch of options now. More options is never a bad thing. All right, let's get some Marvel Rivals. Was there anything else I want to talk about here? Scroll wheel is nice. It isn't metal like on some of these other like premium lightweight mice, but feels really nice. The steps are very tactile. The middle click fairly light. I like it. I don't have any complaints about the scroll wheel either. It's got these ridges on here. It is not grippy at all in terms of the texture, but the ridges here do plenty to keep it from slipping around too much. Side buttons are similarly good. Nothing to write home about. No pre-travel, a touch of post-travel on them. Feel good. They're light and tactile. They feel good. I don't have any complaints on those either. There's just a whole lot. There's just no real big issues there. Yeah, if you like firmer clicks, the Kale opticals and the XM2WE, those are like real firm clicks. I actually do kind of like a firmer click as well, but I feel like these the lighter clicks have a more wide appeal, I guess, if that makes sense. But perfectly serviceable. Whoa. Man, my frame rate is tanking. What's going on? Yeah, I like the opticals. Oh, shoot, am I on hand cam? Oh, crud. Oh, boy. Well. There we go. Thank you, man. There we go. Yeah, I prefer opticals more so for the, well, claimed performance of them. Oh, what? Same with the KLGX. The KLGX, I just like the way they feel, but the fact that they've got the speed mode, the CSTM, all that stuff. It's really cool what they did with those mice. Four DPS. Yeah, mechanical switches. A lot of people seem to like really prefer mechanical, but for me, I'm like, sure, I like the way they feel, but I don't know. I'm more interested in having something that is more functional. Switch snubs. Yeah. For me, as long as they're not like very prone to double clicking or bad like response times, as well as like short life. A lot of people are like super into the run up mechanicals, it feels like. But honestly, like, dude, a lot of them like have 15 mil lifespans, like expected lifespans. And I mean, yeah, 15 million is a huge number, but compared to other switches we have available right now, like you get like 100 mil or 70 mil for a lot of the optical switches. And it's just like, that just seems like a bad deal. Unless you want to learn how to solder, like you have a soldering kit around and you just enjoy soldering and you have a bunch of switches lying around. It just doesn't seem like a practical option to me. I would rather have something where I know the switch is going to work. I don't have to worry about swapping them or anything like that. And a lot of the opticals are pretty easy to swap out even if they did go bad. Like they're not soldered in, a lot of them, so it's just easy to swap out. But yeah, exactly. Like a lot of games when you're holding down right click, like that's just like actuations. That's not like active like use. So it just doesn't, yeah. It's not great. Yeah, that's what I think of switches and stuff. I'm not as good at Magneto. Yeah, and I get, like, you know, if it doesn't like feel good, like I understand like that can be less fun, but I don't know. There's more there's more practical things to be worried about, and that's kind of what I usually am more interested in when it comes to mice and stuff like that. cannot believe I'm doing so much face tanking right now. I've heard of the Geon Raptor switches. I haven't tried those. I've got those Jades. I've got the... Sorry, I keep bumping my mic. I've got the Jades and the Wu-Ting right now. Really like the way they sound and feel. In terms of performance, I don't know. I don't know if it's like a big difference between the default switches that come with it. But they closed up the hole in the bottom of the switch, so it sounds a lot better in general. But yeah, pre-lubed as well, so very smooth feeling. The snap tap feels really good. I really like these. Yeah, I haven't tried anything from Newfie yet. I feel like I think I did get an email from them, but at the time I had so much stuff, I didn't want to like accept and like kind of underperform for them, you know what I mean? I don't want to take that on and be like, oh, sorry, I couldn't make the review, whatever. So I just didn't feel like that would feel right. I might reach out to them again and see if they'd still be willing to send me something. But at least right now, I don't know. I just kind of felt bad. I didn't want to overpromise and underachieve, if that makes sense. A lot of bombs. So is it their own proprietary switch that Newfie made? Like, is it with anybody or like Kale or anything? Man, mine DPS is like tanking. Oh, just more depth. Okay. I mean, that's cool. I don't think it makes too much a difference for me personally. More depth. I mean, it is nice to have more options, especially if it has like macro, more like a macro functionality, more functions at different depths. Yeah, those are cool. I don't really do any of that stuff though. Yeah, like if you're trying to like walk or whatever. Yeah, I see what you mean. It's cool that they're doing that. For the people that Hall effect switches appeal to, that feels like it would be more of a big deal. I feel like games that are designed more for, how'd you say? Whoa, leaving. Like adventure games where you're, how do you say? Sorry, I'm distracted by these squirrels. Like a role-play game. Man, my FPS keeps tanking. What is going on? But yeah, like if you wanted to walk instead of run or whatever, that's a good feature to have. Geez, that's very specific. I dig it, though. You know what you want. I definitely agree on the palm. I really like palm as a material for switches. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why they don't use palm more often. I don't know if it's just a cost issue or what, but the switches that I have used that had a palm stem, I think the ones that I used, I think they were sunflowers, but they had a palm stem with nylon outer housing, and that alone was really nice. But yeah, palm on palm, I assume would be like really good. I haven't used it myself, but it sounds fantastic. Full palm magneto. Sounds pretty dang cool. Why are there so many Magneto switches? Are they all from different companies? Or are they all TTC? Yeah, I feel like there's definitely certain people that would hear pre-lubed and not like it. Me personally, I prefer pre-lubed. I mean, you gotta have life. You know what I mean? Sitting there and lubing every single stinking switch is just so mind-numbingly boring. Some people like it, like that's fine, but pre-lubed is nice. I think it's worth the time saving. Oh, it's all good, man. I was just curious. They just canceled my ult. Yeah, if it's a Jade with all palm, then that's like right up my alley. I have to look that up. That sounds pretty dang good to me. Like I said, the only palm I'd ever tried is a sunflower, but that was like palm and nylon, so it wasn't all palm. But even that felt like great. It was really nice. So I'm not too picky about Spring Force. All the Spider-Men in one place. That'd be cool if they released all the different Spider-Men, like as separate heroes. That'd be pretty cool. Miles Morales. What is Spider-Man 2099? O'Hara? Is it Miguel O'Hara? As Spider-Man, I really like that Spider-Man. He's cool. I still haven't seen that movie, actually. Into the Spider-Verse. The one with that guy. Looks pretty dang good. It's on my to-watch list. My extremely long movie to-watch list. Let's see. 2 sports. All right. That's a good point. People get really finicky over switches, but there's not like a... I've seen... what's that guy? Goat? Theremin Goat or something? He does a lot of reviews and junk. I like his info. It's pretty useful. But like an actual proper database would be really, really good to have. With as many switches that exist, it's kind of surprising there isn't one. At least that I'm aware of. I've seen like basic stuff, but nothing really in depth, like a proper wiki. You're not going anywhere, punk. Yeah, and I mean, to be honest, for myself, that is kind of like my higher priority. I don't know, something about like a nice sounding Switch is just nice. Like, but when it comes to performance, yeah, it's not as I guess that's one thing when it comes to keyboard switches. I actually am a little bit more into the aesthetic side of the switches rather than like with mouse switches where I feel I'm more pragmatic in terms of like functionality rather than how the switches sound. Oh. Get back here, rabbit. No, I mean, to be fair, there's a switch called the Gecko switches from, who makes them? I'm totally blanking on the name. But they're like a silent switch. And I really like the way they look. And they're themed after geckos, so of course. But I like those. But no, not necessarily the aesthetics in terms of color. I mean more like the aesthetics in terms of the way they sound, if that makes sense. Oh, that's pretty dang cool. But yeah, no. I mean more aesthetic in terms of like the audio, like the acoustic. More or less. Look is secondary. Thank you, Professor. I'm still getting used to reading chat and playing games. Forgive me if I use the wrong word sometimes. Oof. Yeah, that's a pretty cool colorway. Pink, purple, and red. The Samurai Trinity is kind of similar, actually. It's like red, purple, and black. And there's like a real deep purple, like almost like a mauve, and then the red. So it's a pretty slick colorway. It's not like overdone or anything. But yeah, I feel like those, I'm going to look that up. Oh yeah, that is cool. Yeah, that's old school colorway. Interesting, it's a box. I assume it's probably got pretty good it's probably pretty good in terms of stem wobble. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I like Kale box switches just because of that. Wobble, I feel like ruins a lot of switches that would otherwise be really nice. Oof. Yeah, that was one bummer with the original Switches that came with the Wu-Tang. The wobble was crazy on those Switches. Switching to the Jades felt a lot better. There's still a little bit traditional stems in there, but so much better. So much better than the original Lekers. I know they got a, I think they got like a V2 of those Lekker Switches. So it might be better. I haven't tried the V2s, but all right. No Magnetos you found. Lavender pink. Oh, I don't think that's... Oh, no. Well... the stem is more white. It says full palm, though. TTC full palm King of Magneto switches. Pretty sure that's it. There's another one that's just straight up Magneto, but it's got a red stem and a clear top, so it can't be palm. So, yeah, it's full palm. I think I found it. TTC. I wonder if they got that. I doubt they got it on Amazon. You'll have to look into it. Do you know, is it compatible with the Wu-Tang? Yeah, that's the right one then. I found it. Nice. Yeah, I had a Hall Fit keyboard from Acco that I wanted to swap the switches out on, but they used some kind of weird switch that didn't have any kind of stems on the bottom. So the typical ones didn't fit. The Jades wouldn't fit in there, so it was a bit of a bummer. All right, I think I got one more round in me. All right, looks like I'm playing tank. I got you. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Hello, hello? How the? All right, screw that. There we go. I'll shield you. That was a lot of effort. Set up push to talk. We got this. We got this. I didn't see what happened, so I still believe in you. really like Captain America. This guy's fun. Thank you. Oof. That was a good game. Y'all are beautiful people. Keep it up. All right, guys. Well, that's been fun. Good games, good mouse. Overall, yeah, I really like this thing. It's good. Got no complaints. I think this is going to be a lot like the Death Adder. I think this is going to be stuck on my desk for a while. And now I'm torn between the XM2 and this mouse. I'm so used to this shape that I feel like I prefer this over the XM2. But the XM2 just feels like it fits like a glove as well. So there's a lot to like here. Mouse scene right now is really good. There's a lot of good options for pretty much everybody right now. Lots of price points, lots of high quality options, lots of shapes. It's a good time to look for a good quality gaming mouse. There's a lot of good choices to do right now. But yeah, it's been a good stream. Went over the mouse, played some games. I appreciate everyone that dropped by. It's been fun. Been good chatting. Kodiak, Grace, good to see you guys. I'll have a proper recorded review on the Trinity pretty soon. I've got a few reviews coming up. I need to do still. I'm going to do a review on the OP1W 4K. That's on its way. TLDR, I mean, it's XM2W 4K, but smaller, narrower. There's not too much different there, but equally as impressed. Incredibly good feeling mouse. But there's going to be a lot of reviews on the in the pipeline. So thanks for stopping by. Y'all take care. God bless. I will catch y'all next time in the next video, next stream, whatever ends up coming next. So y'all take care, okay? Later.